Hi everybody, welcome to Bullet Gaming. Today I want to make a quick review about the M27 IAR. My first impression of this weapon was really good, and part of this is because it is really similar to some top assault rifles like the M416, even aesthetically. And there was some moments when I barely forgot I was using the super class. I was very comfortable, and the sensation the gun was giving me was very familiar. But let's start talking about the stats. This gun has a rate of fire of 750 RPM, a little bit lower than the M416, but still good. The damage is the standard for the assault rifles, with a maximum of 25 within 10 meters and a minimum of 18.4. The bullet travel speed instead, it's really good. It's the same as the M16A3. 650 meters per second bullet travel speed is really good, almost instantaneously. Just one weapon is faster than this, and it's the AUG-A3, which has 670 meters per second. This makes the M27 really useful in long-range fights, since this weapon has a really good spread, and if you add an heavy barrel, the result is even better. One other thing that amazed me about this weapon, it's the reload time. One of the shortest I've ever seen. It's 1.9 seconds with one bullet in the chamber, and it's 2.5 seconds when you have emptied the magazine. Surely a lot faster than every other weapon of the super class. And very similar to the assault rifles like the M16, which has one of the fastest reload time, and it's 1.8 seconds with one bullet in the chamber. And it's something that can get very useful in some close quarter situations. Added to this, the M27 has a magazine of 45 bullets. This means you can put down a lot of suppression fire and don't take care too much of the bullets you spend thanks to the bigger magazine. And at the same time, even if you spend all the bullets, you can just reload in 1.9 seconds and get back shooting. Added to this, the super class has a suppression advantage, so this weapon is really useful when you try to take down some snipers, because since the last patch they had added a lot of suppression to the super class weapons. This way you can easily suppress snipers with just a couple of shots, and they will not be able to shoot you back. Even if they are aiming exactly at your head, they will miss most of the times. So it's a really positive thing to take in consideration when you pick up a gun like this. Talking about the recoil, this gun is really controllable. It tends to kick a little bit to the right, but it's something that you can easily compensate for. Some players like to put a foregrip on it to compensate for this, but I think it ruins too much the spread, and you will need that accuracy. So what's the point with the M27? I think that for close quarter is a pretty good gun, not a shiny gun, but it's good. With 750 RPM, it's not that high, but it's still decent. With good hipfire and awesome reload time, it can get the job done from close quarters to mid-range. For what regards to long range, I will suggest to use heavy barrel, since this weapon has a good spread, but it's not that good as the other assault rifles like the M16, M416. So the heavy barrel will compensate for this, and it's the only part of loadout I will suggest you to use, because mostly for the other things like the foregrip, it's a personal preference. I will suggest you to avoid the foregrip anyway, because it will ruin the spread for long range shots and stuff like that. But that's your choice. Added to this, I will suggest you use lower zoom scope, because the recoil is not that much, but most of the times with higher zoom scope you will lose the target. So in conclusion, the M27 is a weapon used by who likes to rush a little bit with super class. It's very similar to an assault rifle, and probably for the stats and everything else is an assault rifle effectively. Has some really good stuff, some weak points that you can find with the rate of fire not that high and stuff like that, but in conclusion, it's a really versatile gun, can be used from any distance, very good, and it's just a question of how you like to play, because maybe there are some weapons for players who like to stay back and try to play a little bit more defensive, and they will need a weapon with major accuracy, like maybe the L86A2. But as usual, my suggestion is go and try it out by yourself. Make some attempts and you will find what's best for you. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, please rate, leave a comment or subscribe. Many other videos coming out every week. Thanks for watching.